welcome everybody back here once again, Canada Footy News, after a long hiatus. But we have here Coach Troye Flannery of former Foothills, WFC, and now the technical director and head coach GM of the Impact FC up in St. Albert. So a little bit of a change, but fantastic to see you back and doing something with the girls program. Troye, how's everything been since the move up?
It's been fantastic, to be honest. When you make a change like that, you never know. There's the unknown bit, but I would say it's exceeded expectations. The club is fantastic. The people behind the club, absolutely fantastic as well, and we're doing some good things.
Yeah, so I mean, talk about a little bit about your past for those that don't know you and kind of what you've done and brought to the table over the last, pretty much, you stem back to your playing career if you want to go that far. I don't know if we need to go that far back, but
not too exciting, so I don't know if we need to.
Yeah, but I mean, as a coach and as a GM, you were part of the Foothills program for a long time. You did quite a bit for them and helped them get to the level of status that they have been able to maintain now. But 2-time UWS Coach of the Year, 3-time UWS West Coach of the Year, 2018 Canada Western Youth Sport Coach of the Year, led WFC, Foothills WFC to the UWS title in both 18 and 19, and the Dinos women's soccer team through 26 match unbeaten streak.
Yeah, it's that Dino run was pretty special, and we're proud of that. We won the Canada West Championship. It was actually played up here in Edmonton. We beat UBC 1-0, and ended up playing UBC in the national final as well. So it's tough to go back to back like that. And UBC is an exceptional program, and we'd like a do-over, but you don't get those very often in life. But yeah, it was quite a run, and all those things at UFC are connected to the success of the Foothills program and UWS franchise and all the good things going on in Calgary. For sure, it's all related.
Yeah, and so was it always kind of a plan when you made the move up to St. Albert to say, all right, UWS franchise has to be a step that we have to take?
I think maybe it was sort of in the back of my mind a little bit. Chris Spadell, the executive director up here, and I spoke quite a bit about where we are on sort of the map and looking at all the numerous pathways that exist and how can we extend the pathway? What can we do for both men and women? What's obtainable right now? And we set some goals specific to the women's game. I think I knew, and we got to a point where we thought we could do this, and we had tremendous support from our board of directors here in St. Albert. We had support from ASA, and CSA was really good to deal with as well because it's an important thing. So was it a plan from day one? I got up here October 1st. No, I don't think so. Was it in the back of my mind? Yeah, I would say yes. I'm super passionate about it. I had nothing but positives to say about my experience in UWS with Foothills and my involvement in the women's game. And I'm passionate about doing things for the right reasons and providing these opportunities for women and so forth. And said here recently a few times, this has got nothing to do with me. I've already done this sort of thing. This is me getting it going with the support of this club and under the leadership of Chris, and then us handing it off to the next one, and preferably and hopefully that's a group of women on the field, a group of women as a coaching team, and a group of women behind it as well. So we're just getting it going for that. But I think it's just the passion that brought us here and my positive experience with respect to how it went previously, but certainly didn't come up here with just that in mind.
Yeah. So, you've, like you said, you've always been a huge advocate to the women's game, and it never really gets the attention it deserves. And, in North America or wherever it be, now you're starting to see the development of the players worldwide and the growth. And, to see some of the UWS players now not only getting drafted into the MLS, but now you're seeing players signed with Lyon and some big clubs. Like, that's got to be massive for you guys.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It's special. I could talk forever about it, but the UWS in particular, that West Conference, you look at that LA Galaxy OC franchise that beat Foothills in the North American final. I say this all the time. One player up front was Natasha Kai. I believe she's in the U.S. Soccer Hall of Fame with I think 69 caps for her country. She's won an Olympic medal. Unbelievable spokesperson and model for the game. And then her twin striker was the young woman from Stanford that won the Herman Trophy 2 years in a row. NCAA Player of the Year that just signed in France and made her U.S. national team first team debut. I believe it was last night. And that's just two names of many, many, many. There's a finalist for FIFA Player of the Year, who was in the conference in our first year. It's a pretty special standard, and more importantly, it's starting to get recognition. And I think, the growth of the NWSL, the growth of the UWS beneath it, even the WPSL and so forth, and the investment into the game in Europe, the timing right now for opportunity in the game is really positive. It's good, and I think we need to continue to break down those barriers and keep doing these things for those reasons.
And that speaks kind of leaps and bounds about you and your team, even former team at Foothills. The players that you were bringing on to be able to take that and go, in 2019, I think your record was 6-1-1. You guys finished that season, and then on to the hosting the national semifinals and the finals, and losing out to that team, the OC LA Galaxy, which obviously is a major contender. And you had, that team's been probably the team that's given you the most trouble over the past, in your UWS career. What's it going to be like now, transitioning into the role now as a coach for a new team, and now building your team now up in Edmonton, and what's it going to be like playing against your former side?
It's going to be emotional. I'm not going to lie. I could answer that question lots of different ways. I can go cocky and wink and say it's going to be okay, no worries, but that's not the case. I was at Foothills combined 13 years. The coaching team that they've put together, special to me and friends of mine and people that I respect, and the group of players I've spent a lot of time with, and I'm proud of my time there. And I continue to be proud of the things that organization continues to do for the game. Do I want to beat them? Absolutely. I don't know what the record was the last year. I only count the wins, Simon, but I'm hoping to count the wins up here as well. So that's when I switch gears a little bit and get my competitive streak. Yeah, LA Galaxy, unbelievable organization. We had some success with them, actually. I think, the one time we did lose to them was unfortunately that North American final. But to expose the group of players that we had to that standard, those players, that organization, even their infrastructure and facilities truly was next level. And it's very, very positive. So I'm super excited to bring that sort of exposure and opportunity to St. Albert and the Edmonton region, and look forward to what's already a rivalry with Foothills. I think that's going to drum up more support with respect to supporter groups, people that come to the games, match day, the players, and our clubs and so forth. Foothills has set a pretty good standard, and we're hoping to exceed expectations up here as well.
And you're stepping into the role, and even when you guys stepped into UWS, you guys always exceeded expectations. Like, I kind of feel like that won't be too difficult to see from you, because you've already done it. So it's almost like you've got a lot, not a lot to prove, but to anybody specifically, but almost to yourself, because you've already done it. So now you got to go do it again.
Yeah, I think I'm well versed in a couple of those speeches with respect to coaching, whether it be the Foothills team and going back to North American finals, or whether it be a UFC going to back-to-back national tournaments. So, you have to embrace the difficulty in it. And I think what we've done up here, first and foremost, a tremendous talent pool in this soccer community. And I think the success of, some of the major league teams at club nationals at the amateur level, whether it be Edmonton Victoria or Northwest or Angels in their time, there's a tremendous pool of players here. So, probably the most fun is putting together the puzzle that is a group, whether it be the players or the staff and so forth. The community up here has been really supportive. We've been grateful and thankful. And this isn't just about Impact FC. This is about the region in general, and providing those opportunities and recognizing where people have come from and who's been responsible for what. So it's exciting. I don't feel pressure about being compared to what was done at Calgary or elsewhere. I'm just looking forward to the challenge. And you know me a little bit, and most that do know me know that I'll have it dialed in when we're needed to dial it in.
Oh yeah, definitely, no doubt about that. So coming into 2021 season, obviously there's still a lot of questions up in the air as to how the season is going to play out, but advancing as if things are going. But where are you guys going to be playing your games this year, and how's this year going to kind of shape up for you?
Yeah, we're planning as though we are going to go. I don't think there's any other way to do it, and we've got tremendous support behind us here with our club. And one of the things that attracted me to this organization was the infrastructure is superb. We have a clubhouse and a pretty superb outdoor facility at Real Recreation Park, and Chris, our executive director, is excited and has already got his vision about how that's going to look. So we're going to do some upgrades to Real 1. We're going to bring in some seating there and so forth. And we have the dressing rooms already, the referee room, we have the lounge, the bar, pub, we have a massive deck there, it's grass surface, it's there's irrigation there and so forth. So we're going to do that up and make it a rather intimate place for the spectators. And we've learned a lot from the things that Foothills have done with respect to an unrivaled game day with the beer garden, the live music, the food trucks and so forth. So it'll be like that, and it's going to be tight. We're going to bring things close into the pitch and whatnot, make it also uninviting for our guests, but inviting for our supporters and so forth. So we're going to create a pretty special place there, and Chris is already up and away on that and pretty excited about it. That's fun as well. So there's forming the team, and there's setting up the game day, the match day experience, which has also been super fun and rewarding for that matter. That's the fun piece. There's also lots of things that aren't so fun when you do something like this, but those things for sure are the fun pieces.
Yeah, no, it's great to hear. I mean, and we're excited to be a part of it on this journey once again with you, and a little bit different now since we're going to be kind of splitting our time between Calgary and Edmonton, and hopefully be streaming both sides. But as we know right now, we'll be working with Impact FC to do all the broadcasting this year. So every game will be on YouTube. If the people can't watch the games, at least there's somewhere that they'll be able to see them online and check out the talent. But one question I got to ask you, and this will be the last one I'm going to bug you with, is this question always gets raised, and with the funding side and the importance of the women's game. But why should people care about this level in the UWS in Canada, especially in Alberta?
I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and they should care because it's a super high standard. And every day I wake up and, I'm not on social media personally anymore. I'm on it with the respective social media accounts at UFC or Impact or which have you. And I read feeds about people wanting these sorts of opportunities and people wanting the advancement of the women's game and so forth. And we're taking steps to do that, and we don't want to be one and done. And like I said, I don't want to be the face of this. This isn't about Troye Flannery. This is about the opportunity for women. And I want people to come forward and be brave and bold to jump on board with this, whether it be a season ticket holder, a fan, a supporter, a sponsor, a player, coach, general manager, anything. There's so many different opportunities. So I think you should care about it because we're actually doing what so many people are talking about. And I recognize this isn't at the highest level, but it's certainly at a very good level. So, you do more, you get more. And this is an opportunity for those people that are seeing these things on social media to be involved and make a statement and keep this going and make it even better than it already is. I think that's why people should care.
No, that's awesome. It's good to hear. And, with that, just make sure that if you, to the people that are interested in the women's game, go out and check out the games. Once people are able to go into the stands, it's worth a sit down, because for me, even, this skeptical in my own brain when we first started streaming the UWS games, how good was the quality going to be? But it surpassed my expectations by, 1,000%. The players were incredible, and obviously that comes to you and your coaching staff and pulling players. So, thank you for what you're doing for the game and in the province, especially for the women's game. And with that, thanks for your time, and hopefully we'll see more of you this year, and all the best in 2021 with the Impact FC. And we'll be talking soon.
Yeah, I'd say for you and CFN and so forth, you do an incredible amount for the game as well. And these things don't get out there without you. And I know you put a lot of sweat equity into this, and you've took your lumps along the way. And I appreciate you and everything that you're doing for the game in general, men's, women's, youth. You're top class, and I appreciate that very much.
Thanks, Troy. Appreciate it. Take care, and we'll chat soon.
Cheers.